Hi, this is Kim Kohler from Emerging Creatively Tutorials, and this is ECT TV, episode 73. So today we are going to be making these simple hoop earrings, which are super cute and fine on their own, but if you want to make them a little fancier, they're actually a project in Earring Extravaganza, which is my earring e-course that teaches you how to make 30 pairs of earrings. It was formerly known as Earrings e-course, and I just got done updating it and running it live in September, and now you can take it at your own pace. So there are 30 earring tutorials, so you can do one a day for a month, which I highly recommend, or you can take it at your own pace, do them in any order you like, and it doesn't have to be one per day. So that's Earring Extravaganza. You'll find the link below this video. But let's get to making these simple hoop earrings. These are the materials and tools you'll need to make these hoop earrings. You'll need 20 gauge half hard round wire. And these hoops go directly into your ears, so if you have metal sensitivities, just keep that in mind when you're choosing your wire. Even if your ears are sensitive and you can only wear, say, sterling silver earring wires in your ears, the things that need to touch your ears have to be sterling silver, something like that. You might want to just practice this on a less expensive wire first till you get the hang of it. You will need wire cutters. You will need round nose pliers and chain nose pliers. And then additionally, you'll need a ring mandrel to shape the hoop around. If you don't have a ring mandrel, you could use anything that's sort of cylindrical that you can wrap around and make a hoop the size that you would like your hoop to be. And then you will need a nylon or hard plastic or rawhide hammer. They all do the same thing. This hardens the wire without flattening it, and then an anvil or a steel block. So we're going to start by cutting 2 pieces of wire about 3.5 inches each. And then I'm just going to trim the ends and make sure they have flush cuts, and also make sure that they are exactly the same length, which mine are not, so that's why we check. So now I'm grabbing my round nose pliers because we are going to make loops on these 2 wires, but I wanted to point out that I have a mark on my round nose pliers. And this mark is just so that my loops are uniform on a project. So I want my 2 loops on each earring, my loop on each earring to be exactly the same as the other. So I can line up the wire with this mark. I make this mark with a Sharpie. It is not permanent. It will wear away eventually. And it doesn't actually matter so much where you put this mark for this project, just to make the mark and then use it. So mine's sort of closer to the tip. It's right here. So it's going to be a smaller loop. So we're going to make a loop, and you just hold the end of the wire in your round nose pliers. The wire should be at the top of the pliers, but not poking through. And then I line it up vertically with the mark that I was just telling you about. And then we're just going to twist our wrist away, and you wrap the wire with your thumb around the pliers. Once you get as far as you can go, readjust and complete the loop. So this loop kind of looks like a P. There we go. And I want it to be more centered. So I'm just going to put my round nose pliers back in and twist back. I'm just kind of bending back, and that straightens the loop. This oftentimes will open up the loop, and if that happens, you just take your chain nose pliers and carefully close the loop. And then we're just going to do exactly the same thing on the other earring. So let's quickly show you. And then back, and then close the loop. So now we're just going to hammer only the loop. Just the loop, only the loop of each wire. And now at some point you need to file the ends of the wire, because these are going to be going through your ears and you don't want any little jagged spots on them. So you can really do this whenever you want. I like to do it now and kind of get it over with. It's not my favorite part of the process, but you can wait to the end to do it if you prefer. I think it's a little bit easier now while everything is still straight. Okay, so now we're actually going to form our earrings into hoops here. So I like to just bend it around. So this part will be flat here. And we just want to find a spot. For me, it's about size 14. And you want the wire to kind of almost to meet the loop. That's one, and I'm going to do the other one. So I'm just kind of holding the loop flat against my mandrel and wrapping around. So we have our loops. Okay, so now we're going to hammer again. Again, I'm using a nylon hammer. Rawhide does the same thing. And we just want to hammer most of the hoop. You want to leave the very tip, about the last quarter to half an inch. Don't hammer. And you don't want to hammer the loop. So you can just kind of hold it off to the side and hammer. So the hammering is just to work harden the hoops. We're not adding any texture. You could add texture, and if you wanted to do that, what you would do would be use a chasing hammer or something like that. Okay, so we are almost done. We're just going to make a little bend at the end of the wire. So I just have my chain nose pliers, and I'm just holding it at the tip here of the wire and bending up, and do the same thing. You can make a mark on your chain nose pliers too, so you know exactly where to do that little bend, and that just hooks in. And then we can just slide this back onto our ring mandrel and push it down kind of as far as you can go, but don't get too crazy. You don't want it to pull. Just making sure my little bend is straight, and that's just to make sure everything's still in a round shape. And they are hoops. So these are just simple. You can wear them as is, just plain and simple. In Earrings Extravaganza, which is my e-course, formerly known as Earrings e-course. I've changed the name, and I've also made it so you can work at it at your own pace instead of just one time a year, because People really love making earrings. I know you guys love making earrings. They don't take a ton of time, they don't take a ton of supplies, and you can carve in time to make earrings every single day. And let me just show you quickly how to wear these earrings, just because I get this question and I know it can be a little bit confusing. So you simply would unhook her and you put this part through your ear. And when I first tried these earrings, I thought, that's weird. I don't think that's going to work at all. But I assure you, it does actually work. So you would put this through the front of your ear, and then you hook this in the back, and it kind of hangs. This part will be kind of right against the back of your earlobe. So that's how that works. And you can make these so you can hang things on them, and it looks real cool. So those are some very simple hoops, and again, make sure you check out Earring Extravaganza if you would like to have 30 earring tutorials. They're videos and PDFs, and it's a lot of fun. So have fun, be creative, and I'll talk to you soon.